Everyone's been building AI chatbots and AI super agents, but until now, they've been completely different systems. But with GoHighLevel's newest AI update, that's changed. You can now directly connect conversation AI with the AI super agents, giving your AI chatbot the ability to execute complex tasks. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to connect and set all of this up step by step, and how to create an AI system that feels less like an AI chatbot and more like a real human employee. All right, guys, we're not going to waste any of your time. We're just going to jump immediately in. Dom, let's get right into it.
All right, guys, we are connecting super agents, the brand new super agent feature just released like 2 weeks ago. We are connecting super agents to the conversation AI bot. We can do the voice AI bot too, depending on how long this video goes. It's going to be absolutely insane. It's like the one thing that I feel like is missing from super agents is the true ability to follow up and be kind of a customer support agent for your clients. So that's the one thing that hopefully they add. I think they're going to add it anyway. But for right now, the workaround is just to connect it to the conversation AI bot, which is exactly what I just said. It follows up, it answers questions and everything in between. And then the super agent is going to be our CRM manager that moves the customer through the pipeline or adds a tag or adds a note or follows up with the actual employee that's working for the company. Pretty much literally anything you can imagine inside of the CRM itself. That's what the super agent does. So almost imagine yourself being thrown into every single one of your clients and being able to do all of these things over on the left. That's what the super agent can do 24/7. So it's pretty awesome. Let's get into it. Let's talk about super agents real quick in case you guys are brand new to the channels. You have no idea what super agents are. And I'm going to show you guys how to get super agents in your account real quick. So we're going to go to settings. We're going to go down to labs, of course. And if you scroll down, right here is Agent Studio Super Agent. You're going to turn that on. So if you guys do not have a Super Agent inside of your Agent Studio, turn this on right here. And then we can get moving and building our first Super Agent, which of course is in the AI Agent section under Agent Studio. Before we do anything at all, the first thing that we have to do, no matter what, is the knowledge base. Because, and we're going to get to this in a second, the super agent and the conversation AI bot are both going to have the same knowledge base, which means they're going to have the same brain. The knowledge base is the brain of the operation. It is basically everything you would ever want to know about that client or about that industry. If we were doing carpet cleaning or if we were doing landscaping, then the knowledge base would know everything about that industry, specifically that client and that company itself. So that's what we would do first. You can't really do any of this stuff without having a knowledge base. And I'll be honest, guys, I already have the knowledge base done. This one is for Springfield Junk Removal. It's a Springfield junk removal company in my hometown, and it's called Springfield Junk Away. So if I click on this right here, you can see that I've already created the knowledge base. It was super easy to do. It's on my channel if you guys wanted to go watch how I built it. But basically, anybody can do this. I added a web crawler, which means I added a website right here, put in the URL of the actual company. I don't know this company. I have no idea who these people are. I know they're in my hometown. I might reach out to them at this point because I've done so much with their account. But basically, I just pasted in their URL, and check this out, guys. They had 32 different URL paths. So their website is 32 different paths, 32 different pages. Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. And basically, as you can see right here, you have .com/team, you've got .com/services, eviction clean out, all these different things, disposal, cardboard disposal, piano removal. I mean, so many different pages, guys. Now, what this did was the knowledge base now, or the AI bot, whatever you want to call it, studied every single one of these pages. So every single one of these pages, now the bot knows everything about all this stuff. If you want to remove a freaking piano from your house, it knows how to do that. Storage clean out, it knows how to do that. So that's why we did it. And we basically just made sure that it understood everything about that company. Next, we have FAQs. I didn't add any FAQs because I don't know the frequently asked questions. I need to go talk to the client in order to know what the frequently asked questions are. But obviously, you guys would do that. You would ask the client what their frequently asked questions are, what the customers are asking them every day. Boom, you can add them right there. Then we have tables and file uploads. I didn't add any tables or any file uploads. Once again, no PDFs, anything like that. Didn't really need to do that for this. The only thing I really needed to do is the rich text. So if we go to rich text right here, I added a pretty awesome rich text, which has everything you could ever want to know, not only about this junk removal company, but everything about junk removal in general, like the industry itself. stuff. So how did I get that? I just went to ChatGPT and had it build it for me. It was super easy. It took like 2 sentences and boom, we got this entire rich text knowledge base, communication skills, booking goals, RM responsibilities. It's got everything. But check this out, guys. I also added a little bonus right here for
Ooh.
fun fact, I didn't even ask it to do that. It just knew that I was building super agents all the time. So ChatGPT did this for me, which is why you guys need to be training your ChatGPT to understand everything about you, because then it's going to do things for you that you forgot to do. And it added in a super agent instruction, which is really cool. And I think that's where we're going to be headed soon in the next like couple weeks, is building knowledge bases based off of super instructions. So as you can see right here, that's everything we just talked about, all the CRM responsibilities and the booking calls, communication skills, all these things are all built under the super agent instructions, which, it's two birds with one stone. We're still going to be training the super agent, but it's nice to have it in here too. So we're going to save that right there. That knowledge base is up to date and ready to go. And now technically all we have to do is make sure that the conversation AI bot and the agent studio super agent right here have the exact same brain, have the exact same knowledge base, which we now know. So let's get into it. Let's go connect those knowledge bases and train the super agent to work side by side with our conversation AI bot. So first thing we're going to do is click create agent, because we do not have an agent in here. If you guys have never seen this before, I'm going to give you a very quick breakdown of what a super agent is and what it does, because it's super user friendly. It's very easy. It's almost hard to mess this up. The first thing that we're going to see are 3 different examples of what you could do with a super agent. I'll just read them off to you. We have the first one, build me an agent that follows up with leads who haven't replied in 3 days. Next, we have create an agent that tags new contacts as VIP when their deal value is over 10,000. Next, we have make an agent that handles inbound chat questions using the knowledge base and hands off really complex issues to a human. So I could see this one being used, by a lot of different companies whenever you need to human handoff and send the bot over to a
Also, real quick, guys, just to let you know, I will be linking a video at the end of this video that's going to be a complete super agent tutorial. So don't worry. Obviously, Dom's going to skim this. But if you guys do want something more in depth that will give you the hand holding you need, that will be linked at the end of this video. So make sure you watch that. But keep going, Dom.
Yeah, guys. I mean, you could say the exact same thing for voice AI and conversation AI. But if we made an entire video breaking down all of those, it would probably be 2 or 3 hours long. So we wanted to make sure that you guys have all the resources that you need. You can go watch so many videos on super agents. I've got a bunch. Declan's got some. And then, of course, we have voice AI and conversation AI if you want to learn how to program those correctly too. So that's not really what this video is about. The video is about connecting, the dots. So that's what we're doing here. So now we've got 4 different options for use case. I'm sure that GoHighLevel is going to add way more than this, but for right now, we've got 4 awesome use cases. Number 1 is the knowledge base assistant. Hint, we're going to be using this one. Number 2 is community moderator, which is like creating a bot that welcomes new members into your community or answers common questions or flags content. If you had some type of community, this would manage the entire thing for you. Next, we have email campaigns. It can plan campaigns, email campaigns, drafts, send targeted emails, just be a complete email manager for you or for your clients. And then lastly, we have social media posting. I've actually made an entire video on this where you can train a bot to be your entire social media posting bot, which is really, really cool.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
well, it's like adding another feature or adding another offer, like another offer onto your agency as a whole and being like, guys, we're also a social media manager, which is something that I've told you guys from day one that I've never liked. I don't like being a social media manager, having to post on your clients' Google account and their Facebook and Instagram. It kind of makes you an employee. But if you have this, then you could technically offer that for $100 a month extra or 200 a month extra or whatever. And then you can actually do that without doing it. So that's really cool. This offers and opens up so many different possibilities for us as agency owners and for your clients. Either way, we're going to be in the knowledge base assistant right here because that's exactly what I just explained. We're doing knowledge base. So we're connecting both knowledge bases together. That's why we're going to be using the knowledge based assistant. I'm actually going to change the name there because this is the default name that they always give you. And we're going to change this to junk removal super agent. Let's just call it that. That's totally fine for right now. Now, let me break down some things at the top here. So, one of the most important things that we're going to be doing in this entire video is the trigger event. Now, if I click add trigger right here, check this out. Declan, I don't know if you've seen this. They just added it yesterday.
Amazing.
Three
It's absolutely insane.
three more. So it used to be only three in general. It was chat started, form submitted, and lead tag. And then just a couple days ago, they added schedule, appointment booked, and appointment status. And then just yesterday, as I was filming a video, I refreshed the page. Boom, contact created, opportunity status change. So now we have so many 9 different trigger events that trigger the super agent to be a super agent. So that's really cool. And we're going to have to make separate videos on that because this is just hitting our brains today. Absolutely insane. Contact created, opportunity created, which is huge. And then opportunity status change, which is also really big. Either way, we're going to stick with the probably the most common one that you're going to be using, which could be chat started. Chat started is going to be a very common one. Form submitted is going to be a very common one. You go to a website, you submit a form, boom, the agent takes over. Lead tag is one that I've been seeing a lot of my affiliates use. Whenever a tag is added, a certain tag, boom, the agent takes over. But
That one's real quick, Dom. That one is absolutely huge because you can literally have a lead tag for anything. I mean, it could be customer got sick. If you can think about it, you can name it. So if you're ever confused looking at this real quick, guys, and you're kind of a newer high level user or you don't understand it, just know that you can pretty much trigger this in any way because you can create a tag on anything.
So we could totally make a video on this too, by the way. What if we create an entire super agent bot based off of, let's say, 20 different tags, and every time you add this tag or this tag, the bot's trained to do something else? That would be really cool because you guys can see right here, we can add more. I mean, we can just keep adding more and more and more. And then every time it does estimate scheduled or whatever, when you add that tag, which by the way, you can have a conversation AI bot do that, or you can have an automation do that. So we can have this all automated. And then boom, once that tag is added, you would train the super agent to do something. So let's say the tag was added that they no showed on their appointment or something like that. Then boom, you could technically have the bot follow up and be like, hey, we noticed you didn't show up, yada, yada, yada. So a lot of the things that you would have to automate and build some crazy automation for, you wouldn't have to do that anymore because super agent can do it for you. So really, really cool. Might have to make a whole video on tags added, but it's not the one that we're going to be using. In this one, we're going to be using appointment booked. And the reason I'm doing appointment booked is because what's the main purpose of having an AI conversation bot or having a voice AI bot? Almost every single time, especially when you're dealing with a small service-based business, the point is to book an appointment. They want you to book appointments with these customers. That's why you're having a conversation with a bot, is because they're trying to get you to book an appointment with that company. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing the booked appointment trigger. So now we have the trigger event. And then we're going to click the actual calendar. I only have one calendar in this demo account, thank God. So we don't have to go through 100 different calendars. But if I did have more, I could keep on adding more calendars. As you can see, it says calendars, not just one calendar. So if you guys have multiple calendars, that's totally fine. You can add all of them. And then once someone fills out that calendar and sets up an appointment, boom, this bot is going to go off and do whatever it is that we needed to do. So before we go and train this super agent on whatever it is that we want to train it to do, I want to go through one other thing real quick. It's called apps right here. And where it says default, check this out. So if I click default, you can see right here on default, which is what all of you guys are going to have, is 423 tools. What this means,
Insane.
yeah,
It's so insane.
what this means, guys, is that this super agent is connected to 423 different aspects of Go High Level. I'm talking everything. So if I go to calendars, there's 49. Apply user availability, create notes, create appointments, create block slots, create calendar groups. Literally all of these things just in the calendar section of Go High Level alone. 19 for conversations, add an inbound message, add an external outbound call, cancel a scheduled email message. The list goes on and on. We've got locations, we've got links, we've got knowledge bases, boom, everything in here. So the bot basically is insane and it knows everything. It knows more than you, it knows more than me, it knows more than all of us. I mean, just to be able to do this, I knew this was like the last piece of the puzzle. This was one of the last AI features that I think I was looking for, that Declan was looking for, that all of us were looking for when we saw that they have Ask AI to build the entire CRM, when they have AI Studio to build out the base of the website and the forms, when they have AI automation to build out all the automations. And now they have AI super agents, which can just as you can see, manage and handle every single part of the CRM. So that was really like the last piece of the puzzle. Is it perfect? No, there's still a lot of things that we need to fix. But what I've noticed from actually connecting it to the right features, to conversation AI bots that follow up, to voice AI bots that book appointments, when you connect them to the right features, this thing goes crazy. It's freaking awesome. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video right here is we're going to be connecting it to that AI bot. So for right now, we're good to go. We've got everything connected right here in the apps. We got the default settings. We've got web search capabilities. So this is pretty cool. This is the ability for the bot to be able to search the web for whatever reason that you might want it to do so. I can think of a few different areas where that might make sense, like real estate. There are actually a lot of different areas where this could make sense, where you want this super agent to be able to search the web, find some type of information, and then spit it back out through text, email, whatever it may be. Not really what we're going to be doing in this video, but maybe we can make a video on that too. And then under that, we have image generation. I am not a huge fan of the AI image generation. I did a whole video on this when I did the social media bot. We had a lot of problems. I did a junk removal social media bot, and it created a AI image of like the guy carrying the couch, but he was inside of yeah. And I'm like, dude, I am not doing this. This looks terrible. And so I've always been against it. I don't do AI image generation in general. I don't like it. So I've kind of stayed away from it. I think it's going to get way better over time. I think in like 3 or 4 months, I'll be, changing my mind on this like I used to. I mean, guys, there were times where I used to talk bad about the conversation AI bot. I thought it was terrible. And that was like last year. And now I think I couldn't imagine life without it. I love it. It's amazing. So this is just how the game works, guys. But either way, we got the instructions right here. All we're going to do is copy those instructions. Going to copy right here. I think it's better to use this as a template because obviously GoHighLevel knows what it likes. It knows what it uses as its default. And you can see the primary goals, answering rules, tone and style, escalation, and rules. So I don't want to change that too much. I just want to add to it. I want to make it a lot better. So what I do is I copy those instructions and then I bring them over to ChatGPT where I have it build me out the entire prompt. So that's what we're going to do. And once we're inside of ChatGPT, I'm going to keep this pretty broad. If I wanted to go super in depth and make an entire CRM manager, of course, we could do that. We would need to know everything about the business, everything that the business owner and the client would want you to do, everything about the pipelines and the stages. Yes, you can do that. We can do that. We have prompts for that. But for this example, we have one goal and one goal in mind. We want them to share the same knowledge base, the conversation AI bot and the super agent. And then we want them to be able to work together based off the trigger event. And the trigger event is whenever someone books an appointment. So as long as the conversation AI bot knows to get someone to book the appointment or book the appointment for the customer, then that's going to trigger the super agent to do what? Let's talk about what we want the super agent to do after someone books the appointment. I need an AI prompt for my super agent inside of GoHighLevel. It needs to work hand in hand with my conversation AI bot, which has the same knowledge base for Springfield Junk Away, which of course is the company name, junk removal company. I want the super agent prompt to be able to move the customer through the pipeline and opportunity stages accordingly. I also want it to be the complete CRM manager for my client. Boom, that's it. Obviously, I would go way more in depth. We'd probably have like 2 full pages of prompts just to make this thing perfect. But all we're doing right now is we're trying to connect the two. We can fill in the dots later. For right now, we just want to connect them. Boom, I'm going to paste that entire prompt right here so it knows what to do. It says use this prompt below as a template, and then boom, paste in the template. Press enter. That's all we're going to do. And it's going to come out with an awesome template that we're just going to copy and paste. All right, guys, and check it out. We've got the entire prompt completely done, ready to go. Now, in reality, you guys would read through this entire thing. Make sure you understand it. This is huge. It's one of the biggest prompts I've ever seen for a super agent. Let me go back into GoHighLevel real quick. And we're going to paste it right here. If you guys are brand new to super agents, then you probably don't know that the bigger the prompts, sometimes the super agent has trouble loading. But I think they've fixed that actually, because I've had some pretty big prompts and they load immediately. It's already published. Insane. I think they fixed it. It's just so quick. So now that this is completely in here and ready to go in like 2 seconds, I think we should be good. We've got the AI super agent completely trained. And then, of course, we have to add the knowledge base, which is going to be that Springfield junk removal KB. Publish that one right there. And that's completely published. So now that we have the trigger event, which is going to be the appointment booked whenever someone books the appointment, we've got the knowledge base, which is the Springfield junk removal knowledge base. And then we have all the instructions on what to do. This is a complete and utter expert inside of Go High Level. It is your CRM manager. It is able to do everything, add notes to the contact, move them through pipelines and stages, ask for reviews, everything that you would do as an agency owner, this is able to do for you. So really, really cool. And we can just keep training it over here in the left, describe what you want your agent to do. And we can keep on adding things if it doesn't do certain things, or we want to just keep adding more features and more tasks for it to do as well. So we can keep training this bot over time and just make it unbelievable. But for right now, I think I like what I'm seeing. Everything looks good. It looks solid. And we want to be able to head back and then train the conversation AI bot to do the same thing, or at least to work side by side with the super agent. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. But before I go into that, I want to preface this by saying we already had a calendar and we already had a pipeline and all the opportunity stages. So if we go over here, as you can see inside of opportunities, we have the junk removal sales pipeline with all the stages. So this is everything that a junk removal company would ever need. When a new lead comes in, they're right here. When they need an estimate, they're right here. When you schedule the estimate, so book the appointment, they're right here. Then when the estimate's completed, they send them out, they go here, then the job is approved, then the job's scheduled. Then this is when the job is in progress. When the job is fully done and completed, then there's a follow-up process to get the review, and then you won or you lost the lead. So it's got everything in here, perfect, good to go. If you guys are wondering, how did Tom build this? This is so nice. I just went to Ask AI. Ask AI built the entire thing for me. It was super easy to do. This is why we use Ask AI to build out the entire CRM. Ask AI not only built me the entire pipeline and all of the tags that we're going to be using in this video, but it also built me out the entire calendar that we just used. So if I go to calendars, you can clearly see from right here that we have a free junk removal estimate calendar. It's all done. It's all right here. It's the only calendar that we have in. Ask AI was able to build out all of this. I have the entire thing on my channel, but super easy. You can just ask it to do anything that you want, and boom, it builds it out. Then you connect all of those things to the super agent, to the conversation AI bot, and boom, you've got your entire CRM manager. Everything that you would ever need to onboard a client and to actually manage a client is all done. So that's why I love this video. It's why I'm making these videos, why I think super agents have potential to be the glue that keeps everything together. So that's what we're doing. We're going to make sure that it connects perfectly with that conversation AI bot, which is going to bring us over here to conversation AI in the AI agents tab. I'm even going to go to my agent list right here, and I'm going to delete this junk removal bot so you guys can see me start from complete scratch. So check this out. Delete. We've got no junk removal bot whatsoever. We're starting from scratch. I'm going to show you guys that we're starting from nothing. We're going to create a bot right here. We're almost always going to do prompt based bot. It's the easiest one to do. We're going to create new bot right there, and check this out. We are doing an appointment booking trigger. So of course we want our bot to be an appointment booking bot. It's really the only thing I want the bot to freaking do, guys. I want it to book the appointment for the customer so it triggers the super agent to do everything that we just trained it to do. So we're going to click continue. Boom. And then, of course, this is the new user interface. If you guys haven't seen it, it looks exactly like the voice AI one. So if you guys haven't made a voice AI bot, or if you have, then you would know that it looks exactly like this. So what we're going to do is change the bot name real quick. We're just going to call it junk removal AI bot. And then we're going to put our business name right here, which is just Springfield Junk Away. And then we have to train the bot. So let's do that real quick. We're going to copy, just like we did with the other prompt. We're going to copy this entire one right here, copy it. And because ChatGPT already knows what we want, they kind of already know it because they built us the prompt before for the super agent. All we got to do here is say, can we have the exact same, type of agent, but for the conversation AI bot? So let's go do that real quick. And guys, once you are back inside of ChatGPT, this part's super easy because we've already created the prompt up here. All we're going to do is type in, can you create me a brand new AI prompt for my conversation AI bot inside of Go High Level. This one needs to work side by side with the AI super agent, but the only goal is to get the customer to book an appointment. Please use this template as a guideline. I will paste it below. Then we're going to paste that entire template below, which is right here, press enter, and we should be good. Now, if I want to train the bot a little bit better, and I probably would, I would say, hey, we also want to ask them a lot of questions. We want to make sure that we get everything answered. We want to be a customer support bot. Yeah, you want to be all of those things. But for this example, we just want it to trigger the event. And the event is when an appointment is set. So that's the point. We're going to copy it all right here. This is everything that we need. Perfect. Looks good. Let's head back into Go High Level. So once we're back in here, we're going to paste everything. Boom. And there you go. Everything is in here, should be fully trained. I'm going to take this out right here where it says AI.business name, and I'm just going to put in Springfield Junkaway, which is the name of the company. So now that we've got that done, I'm going to save it over here to the top right. We are not ready to go yet. We still have a couple other things to do. One of the most important things is setting up the action. What is the bot actually going to do? Well, we already know that. It's appointment booking. Now, yeah, we could do all these other ones too. We could add in different actions. We could do contact info, trigger a workflow, transfer a bot. But would that trigger the super agent to do everything it's supposed to do? The answer is no, it wouldn't. So we want to do appointment booking. Now, yeah, we could train the bot in separate ways. We could have different trigger events for the super agent. Like I said, me and Declan were probably going to make videos on all of those different trigger events. So you could make the trigger event the exact same. But for right now, we're just going to do appointment booking. It's the easiest one. And it's the reason that most of you guys are creating agents in the first place. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to click pick a calendar. Got to make sure it's that exact calendar because that's our trigger event. We're going to proceed. And then we're going to fill out everything that we do on the advanced options. So the first one says, don't book the appointment, only send the booking link. What this means is that do you want the bot to send a link and then the customer clicks the link and sets up the appointment? Or do you want the bot to actually set up the appointment? Almost every time for me, I would rather the bot just set up the appointment. So I'm going to leave that blank. Next, we have pause bot response after booking. I mean, honestly, for this one, I'm going to keep that blank too. I don't really care if it pauses the bot. If someone has more questions that they need answered, I don't want the bot to go to sleep. So I'm totally fine with that. Next, we have trigger workflow after booking. Usually, that's what we would do. We would trigger a workflow and it would send to the pipeline and the automation stages, and it would send all the way through here, and it would add a tag, and it would add notes, and it would add an internal notification to send to the employee, to the boss. It would do all of those things. And that's what we've been trained to do for the last X amount of years on Go High Level. However, we don't need to trigger a workflow because the super agent that we just programmed is trained to do anything that we would do in the workflow section. So we're kind of getting to a point here very soon where we might not need workflows or automations as much anymore.
The super agent is essentially going to be automations built in. Like it's going to be the entire back end. And that actually brings me to my next point, guys. If you are struggling with learning any of this or any of this is confusing at all to you guys, we actually have a free community that you can join right down below with the 30-day free trial link that gives you access to so many different bonuses. And honestly, the best handholding you can possibly get with Go High Level. As you see here, guys, you are getting access to a legit community full of winners where you can ask questions, stay motivated, the whole 9 yards. If you go to learning tab, we also have every single video training, snapshot, AI prompt, sales scripts, and resource you could possibly want. Even Dom's bonuses, like the whole 9 yards, all plugged in right here. And basically every single thing you guys could possibly need. But most importantly, if you go up to the events tab, you get access to 7 live coaching calls per week where you can ask questions, go on Zoom, and the whole 9 yards. But what me and Dom also do, because we want to go above and beyond, if you go in the right-hand corner, you will see the chat. And essentially what you can do is you can message me or Dominic anytime you want if you have any questions, and we will answer. That is the beauty. As you see here, 9+ different messages this morning for Dom because people have awesome questions they get answers. Unlike a YouTube comment, you can ask more detailed questions, send voice memos, images, the whole 9 yards, and we will get you taken care of. Again, there is no one else giving away the amount of things we're giving away. And you get access to all of this by going right down below, either starting your free trial upgrading with the link, or there is another link where you can pay a small fee to get in. Dom, is there anything you want to say about this community? Because you've obviously been rocking it as well, and you've been in this space longer than I have. I mean, you're one of the oldest high-low affiliates, and you've even said to me multiple times, no one has ever done anything like this.
Yeah, guys, I say it all the time on my videos. This is the greatest community, the greatest platform you could ever imagine for being an affiliate, for being a first time goer with Go High Level. This has everything that you guys need, everything you need to get started. And Declan and I share the same community. And what we've noticed is we have the greatest churn rate in Go High Level history right now, which means you actually have the best percentage chance to be successful on Go High Level if you're in here. That's a verifiable fact, by the way. So I highly recommend using us as your affiliate. You're getting two of the top affiliates in the world of all time. There's no other place on the planet to get that. So don't mess around. We don't really need to do much convincing there. I think the numbers speak for themselves. But either way, that's the community. Link in the description below. All right. And we are back inside of the appointment booking tab in the advanced options. Next, after triggering the workflow, which we're not going to do because the AI agent does that for us, we have transfer employee post appointment booking. If you want to transfer it to a different employee, now you could do this if you wanted to create like another conversation AI bot or a voice AI bot. You could technically do this, but we're not going to do that for right now. I think this bot's good enough, so we're fine with how it is. And then down here, I click both of these on. This is allow the bot to cancel the appointment and also allow the bot to reschedule the appointment. Why not have that option? I don't see a problem with having either of those. It just makes life easier for the customer and life a lot easier for the client. I'm going to save that right there. And that's all you got to do with the actions tab. The next most important thing by far is the actual training of the bot, which is going to be the knowledge base trigger. This goes even more in depth than what we did over here with the prompt. We need to make sure that we have the exact same knowledge base as the one that we did for the super agent, which is super easy because all you got to do is choose the knowledge base, and it's going to be that Springfield junk removal one right here. Click save. And now this bot and the super agent bot have the exact same brain. So they know everything. Next, we're going to come down to channels and mode. We're going to make sure this mode is turned on autopilot because we're going to test it out in this literal video. So we got to make sure it's on autopilot and it works. And then we've got all the channels right here. Honestly, it doesn't matter too much. For this example, we're going to be doing SMS because we have an A2P approved number on this demo account. But if you didn't have an A2P number, you could do like a live chat through the web chat. You could do Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever. We could do email, which just depends on if you have an A2P approved number. We do. So we're going to be doing SMS. I can keep all of these active. And then next we have timing and pacing. I'm not really going to mess around with this one too much. This is not a conversation AI bot tutorial video. We got videos on those. So I'm not going to break all this down for right now. I'm happy the way that it is. We're going to set this as our primary bot right now, and then we're going to save it. If you guys do not set it as primary bot, it will not work. It has to be your primary bot and it has to be live. So now that we've set it to primary, we're going to head on back out. And as you can see, we have it on autopilot and primary. It has to be both of those. If my ChemDry bot was the primary and this was on autopilot, it still would not necessarily work the way that I want it to work. Make sure you got both of those and you're good to go. We now know that this conversation AI bot is connected to this junk removal super agent because they have the same knowledge base and the trigger event is the exact same as the goal of this agent. So now we have the goal of the conversation bot to book the appointment. Booking the appointment should trigger the agent in Agent Studio, this super bot, and then everything should just flow from start to finish, whatever the flow is that we wanted to build, which of course is going to be moving us through the pipeline stages. So I did a very basic one. It's nothing too crazy. I just felt like this is the only way for us to test it out right now, make sure it works. And then over time, we would add so much more. I mean, we'd be like, hey, we want you to add it to payments and we want you to do estimates and invoices and documents and contracts. And we could just keep going until it does everything that we wanted to do for the business owner. That's obviously where we're headed. But for this example, we just did the appointment booking. So let's test this thing out. Let's see if this actually works. So now there's multiple different ways for us to test this out. Obviously, we could have like a website with a form or like a chat widget. I don't have that set up right now. We're just going to go into the conversations tab right now. So all we're going to do is go to Dominic Baptist right here. I already have this phone number. Of course, this is a demo account. I'm going to text this number right here, which is the Go High Level number, which is the junk removal company number. I'm going to text it like I'm a regular customer, just texting them. I came in off their website. I saw their site. I found their number and I'm texting them. That's going to be what we're going to do right now. I'm going to do it from my phone. All right, I typed in, hey, do you do junk removal in Springfield? Let's see what happens. Boom, came up right here. The agent should be good to go. It should start responding. You should see this little AI bot active right here, and that's how you know it's ready to go. So this should send a message in a second. You can also click the button too if you happen to be on Go High Level at the time. But there we go. It just responded already in the first 20 seconds. It said, yes, we do junk removal in Springfield. We handle everything, lifting, loading, hauling, and cleanup for homes and businesses. What do you need removed? And would you like to get on the schedule? It immediately asked us if we wanted to get on the schedule. Perfect. So yes, let's do it. Let's say we need to remove a bunch of stuff from our garage. Check this out. Here we go. So it responded with, we handle full garage cleanouts. Just point to what you want gone and we do all the heavy lifting, yada, yada, yada. It shows that I actually have an appointment because I've done this multiple times, obviously, as a demo. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to say, can you cancel that appointment? So I can show you that the bot can cancel. Can you cancel that or just reschedule and book me for July 15th at 9 a.m.? Let's see if it can do that. So now the bot needs to cancel or reschedule the last appointment that it had with me and boom, put me back in for July 15th at 9 a.m. Let's see if it has any availability. And as you can see right here, it says, here's your existing appointment. Would you like me to reschedule it for you for the 15th at 9 a.m.? Should I move your appointment to that slot? I'm going to say yes. And check it out, guys. As you can see right here, it updated that appointment. Now the fun part. Let's see if that triggers the super agent to do everything that it's supposed to do. Usually this can take like a minute or two, but this should trigger the super agent now to add a bunch of notes to the contact, add the tags of the contact, and more importantly, add me to the opportunity and the pipeline inside of our account. So that's what it's supposed to do next. We're going to give it a second, make sure it does everything. But yeah, that's the next step. And check this out, guys. Opportunity was added. Let's go see if it looks the same in the opportunity section. Boom, right there. Dominic Baptist, whole house cleanup with a bunch of tags, all these different notes that we're going to go over. Obviously, I've been in the system before, but this is completely updated for that July 15th. And if we come over here to the right side and I click on notes right here, you can see exactly where it booked in the pipeline was updated for July 15th. Everything they need to know is in here, and it added all of that stuff. That was all from the super agent, guys. Everything after this appointment booking was done by the super agent. The tags, the opportunity, the pipeline, the notes, everything. So that's why it's so important to work side by side with the super agent and the conversation AI bot, because the super agent wasn't the one that booked the appointment. The conversation AI bot booked the appointment. We would have never had all of this if that conversation AI bot did not do what it was supposed to do. And then, of course, we wouldn't have the entire opportunity tab with me right here under estimates scheduled if the super agent didn't work side by side with that exact trigger event. So it did work. And yes, we can make way more. We can do an estimate completed. We can create one for payments where we do like an invoice and estimate here. And then the super bot is trained to send the invoice when it's signed and when it's paid or whatnot. Then the super agent is trained to move them through the pipeline again. There's all these different things that you guys can, of course, do and that we can create for you. But for right now, I just thought it was super cool to set up all of our bots together in the AI agent section using the exact same knowledge base. And now we have this super agent, junk removal super agent, connected flawlessly with the conversation AI, junk removal AI bots. That's exactly how you do it, guys, from start to finish. But one thing I really want to show you real quick is that we can so easily just go to voice AI and do the exact same thing. Now that it's all done, all we'd have to do is go to the agent list and we can create one right here, like I did right there. And we can do the same knowledge base with the exact same prompt and boom, you're done. So you could have the voice AI, conversation AI bot, and the super agent all done in like 20 minutes. So crazy. You can do this with any of your clients. This can work with genuinely any industry, any service-based industry would use this. And it's going to basically be a CRM manager of sorts connected with the customer support bot, connected with Ask AI, which is what built the entire CRM. And boom, you've got it from start to finish, everything that you would ever need for a client done right here. So I love this video. I think we're going to be looking back on this in a couple months and be like, wow, it's gotten way better. But for right now, I'm happy with how it is. And I'm going to keep on pushing it, keep on figuring everything else out that we can finally figure out about the super agents. And there you go. That's how you connect the super agent to the conversation AI bot, connected with Ask AI, connected with Go High Level, and do everything you'd ever need for a client.
And like Dom was saying before, guys, this is only going to get better. This is the important thing with all these AI features. You need to learn them now, okay, so you can get ahead later. This is the mistake people make. They don't keep up with this, and then they get way too far behind. So if you have to watch this video a second time, please do so. Also, stay active on mine and Dom's channels. We are by far the most dedicated creators in this space. We do this literally all day, every day. I mean, we are literally probably right now the two biggest GHL nerds out there. I know it's probably undermining us, but we literally care much. And the proof of this is that not only do we put out more videos than everyone else, we have more wins than everyone else. So, guys, stay tuned. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below. Me and Dom will answer them. But most importantly, guys, watch this video that's going to pop up here in a sec because it's going to be the complete AI super agent tutorial. So make sure you watch that. Dom, real quick, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on and showing everyone this. I appreciate your time, man. Look forward to having you another video. And if you guys are interested in high level, hit that 30-day free link down below. But most importantly, watch the video that pops up right now.